Hey everyone, welcome to Plants and Politics. So, you may have heard there was a 22-year-old white woman who accused a 14-year-old black boy of stealing her phone in an upscale hotel in New York called the Arlo. The woman becomes verbally and then physically aggressive with the boy, and the hotel staff tried to appease her rather than contacting the authorities or telling her to leave their guest alone. I so far haven't been able to determine if she was also a guest at the hotel or if she just happened to be there. But the original video was shot by the boy's father, who is Grammy Award-winning jazz musician Keyon Harold. And he posted that, I believe it was on Instagram originally, but it went viral. And now the surveillance video was just released by the police. So the actual video from the hotel footage. And Harold has hired an attorney, so this is escalating. Take a look at the surveillance video that the police just released, and then we'll talk about it.
This morning, new footage shows the shocking moment when a woman tackles the teenage son of a prominent black musician after wrongly accusing the boy of stealing her phone. Released overnight by the New York City Police Department, the surveillance video shows the woman rush 14-year-old Keyon Harold Jr. in the Arlo Hotel on Saturday.
No, I'm not letting him walk away with my phone!
Initial video of the heated confrontation posted on Instagram by Keyon's outraged father quickly went viral earlier this week.
Get my phone back! I cannot not have my phone!
Get your...
So, you see, she attacks him, and where was this lunatic's phone after all? It was later found in an Uber. They called her and said they found it in the Uber that she had taken. So this young woman, who has yet to be publicly named, has been identified by the police, but they say that she lives out of state and she hasn't turned herself in. And even though this video has been released and you can clearly see what took place, and she now knows that the boy did nothing wrong, he didn't in fact have her phone, she's still claiming to be the aggrieved party. Not only has she not apologized for accusing and then attacking an innocent boy, she's actually doubling down on her victimhood. This entitled young woman is actually trying to say that she was assaulted. You can clearly see he's walking out the door and she attacks him from behind and eventually causes him to fall backwards. So if you're listening to the podcast, that's basically what went down. They get into a verbal altercation, and then he is seen walking through the double doors as if he's going to walk out of the hotel. Apparently he and his father were headed out to brunch. And she goes up and grabs him around the waist, and he tries to wrestle free from her, and they end up tripping over each other. They spin around, they trip over each other's feet, and then they both fall backwards, and it looks like he falls back on top of her. But she was the aggressor. She was the one who caused it. The young woman also says that she asked someone else to empty their pockets because, of course, people are saying this was racially motivated, and she's trying to make the case that, no, it wasn't just him. I also accused someone else prior to accusing Keyon Harold Jr. Well, police haven't been able to corroborate that assertion. They haven't found evidence of that. So I have a few thoughts, as you may have guessed. First of all, who raised this entitled piece of trash to believe that she has the right to put her hands on someone? Who gave her the right, the authority to go up and lay hands on another human being because she thinks that they took her phone? And why isn't she in custody? They know who she is. Why are they waiting for her to turn herself in? What is that all about? If the situation was reversed and it was a young black man attacking a white teenager, or even if it was a teenage boy, cops would have had that black man in handcuffs before the sun set that day. Also, the hotel staff would have never allowed that situation to go on. And they certainly would never have allowed it to escalate. No way in hell. they would have shut that down immediately. If the aggressor had been a Black man, they would have called the cops immediately, or at the very minimum, they would have brought in their hotel security and escorted him from the building. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. My other thought was, did this woman even bother to try and retrace her steps? She knew she had been in an Uber. Did she not think, hey, maybe I left it in the car. Maybe it fell out of my pocket. You just see a Black boy with a phone and you automatically assume, oh, he must have stolen my phone because I don't have one and he has one in his hand. So it must be mine. Yeah, that's normal. That's logical. And seriously, did she not think like, oh, he would have to be pretty stupid to have stolen it from me and then be using it right in front of me? And most people have codes on their phones. Most people, it's either facial recognition or they have a PIN code. So how would he have even gotten into her phone to use it? You know, and then it also struck me how panicked she was about her phone. I mean, so panicked that she was willing to attack another human being to get it back. But you heard her, she's screaming, I cannot not have my phone. I mean, dear God, what is on that phone? Either she has something on that phone that no one else can see, or she's way too addicted, way too over-reliant on that phone. And I would understand it if she was older, if she maybe had all of her business contacts on there and, you know, decades and decades of contacts with family members and friends and maybe even work-related documents that were very important and can't be duplicated. But she's 22 and she's clearly not that bright or good with people. So I'm going to take a wild guess that she's not some young savant or entrepreneur. And God help her if she is, because she's probably going to lose that company in an upcoming lawsuit because she just assaulted someone. And yeah, hopefully she does have some money because she's going to need it for legal fees. And I don't blame this family. She attacked him. And she's not even apologizing. She doesn't even look at this and go, oh my God, I screwed up. It was in the Uber. I totally lost it. I way overreacted in this situation. I harmed someone. I apologize. No, instead, she's still playing the victim. This reminds me, when I was young, my cousin she was staying over for the weekend and she did something really stupid. She may have even been around this woman's age. And my brother looked at her with a completely straight face and he said, you have no idea how embarrassed you should be right now. It was one of the funniest things ever. Because, I mean, she obviously didn't attack someone. She didn't commit a crime, an assault, and do something like that. But she did something that was just like, oh my God, how stupid. You just made such a fool of yourself. And his response was, you have no idea how embarrassed you should be right now. It's always stuck with me. I've had some of those moments. That's what this woman should be thinking right now. Someone needs to tell her that. Looking at this video, you should know how embarrassed you should be right now. This is going to haunt you. This is going to stay with you. You're always going to be seen as the most likely racist young woman who attacked a teenage boy over a cell phone. And he didn't even have it. Anyway, guys, as always, like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching and listening. Talk with you soon. Take care. Thanks for listening to Plants and Politics. The only way we can take our country and power back is to spread the truth and build an army. So remember to like, follow, subscribe, and share on Facebook, YouTube, and wherever you listen to your podcasts. Thanks again.